wanted to go over a basic thing that I think is really important to understand because I'm addressing a frustration that some people have with swallowing pills. And, having 4 kids, it's been difficult to teach my kids how to swallow pills. So you have to start small. And there's mindsets, from childhood that make it a struggle if your parents did not try to force you to take supplements. And a lot of it is just mindset because, I watched my dad swallow pills after eating food. Like he would take several bites of food, and he would throw the pill in the back of his mouth with no water, after the food is liquefied, and he swallowed the food, and that really impressed me, and now I do that, and I could swallow 5 or 6 pills with bites of food only and no water. So that's me, but you can train yourself. That's my point. And one of the things that's so critical today in today's culture is reducing stress. How many of us are living in a deep relaxed state? Hardly any of us. In California, Southern California, where we live, it's a higher stress level for many reasons. But regardless of your financial situation, God doesn't call us to be stressed. He doesn't call us to be anxious. He calls us to cast all our anxiety on Jesus, who is the author and finisher of our faith. Life is about loving God, having faith in Him, and having hope that we're going to have a new body one day and going to heaven. That's all life is about, in my opinion, as a Christian. But He's calling us to be a good steward of our health, and so that's what I do. Now, I do both testings in order to figure out how to see if there's any inflammation in our body. So I will refer out if someone is it's too late and they have lost any ability to heal on their own and they have a stage 4 cancer. I can't treat them. It's too late, and I've lost people because of that. However, what if we can prevent, and what if we can live to the best of our ability, be a good steward of our body, do the testing that we need, the lab work, blood work, heavy metal analysis, etc., so to analyze how our body is doing and not wait till something gets bad. We're all gonna die one day. I just don't want to suffer doing it with cancer or suffer with heart attacks. So I'm doing the best I can, and it's in God's hands is the rest. But I'm sending this video, I'm making this video so we can learn and discipline ourselves to do what God has called us to do. And taking pills, I believe, is a necessary skill that we need to have. So, how do we do it? Well, reducing stress. So, if you look at your stress levels. It's look at it as part of your autonomic nervous system that has a like a toggle of stress or relax. So say if you're like on a teeter totter and you're up here on your teeter totter, it's stress on this side, and when it's down the stress, then your relaxation goes up. You can't be stressed. There's no teeter totter that goes stress and relaxation at the same time. There's physically impossible physiologically on your body. You either are stressed or you're relaxed, right? So, how do you toggle on the relaxation part? Well, several ways. When I'm and I'm going to be TMI here, but when you're on the toilet and you're constipated, what are you going to do? If you're stressed out, it's not going to go out because you have to be relaxed when you're pooping. So what do? You take deep breaths. I gargle. If I've got so many things on my mind, I'm on the toilet and it's not coming out, I gargle and take a deep breath. I drop my shoulders down so that I'm not holding it up. When you're holding it up, you're stressed. That's triggering that stress response. I drop my shoulders. Guess what? The colon starts to loosen up. If you're having difficulty swallowing, it will tighten down when you are stressed out. You're not going to swallow as many pills. So, what I do is take a deep breath before I eat. God calls you to relax when you eat, not to stress out. So, if you're taking a lot of pills, I take 50 to 70 pills sometimes in a day. I can do easily 30 pills in one sitting. It takes me, less than a couple minutes because I try 5 pills at a time, and with my first 6 bites of food, I've downed 30 pills. It's easy for me because I've learned how to do that, but I'm relaxed and it doesn't scare me to swallow pills. If it scares you, you've got to learn to relax while you're swallowing. okay? Because it opens up the swallowing mechanism when you're relaxed and when you're not stressed out, okay? So you got to turn on that relaxation part of your nervous system, deep breathing, dropping the shoulders, praying, saying a blessing before you eat, not standing up when you're moving or when you're eating, not walking around when you're eating, not driving when you're eating, sitting and chewing. Chewing starts the digestion process. As I'm just talking about chewing right now, I'm releasing mucus into my mouth because it stimulates my brain to chew in my brain center, and it's secreting mucus. I can feel mucus coming out because I'm thinking about it. But when you're stressed out, you're not going to start that chewing mechanism or that mucus, and that starts the digestion process of the food and the supplements. So, have you ever ate on the run and you got bloating and gas because you're not digesting anything? I've had times when I'm stressed out, I swallow some pills and oh, it just feels stuck. Or just even food. If I'm stressed out and I'm not relaxed, my food will kind of just kind of like stay right there, and then I go, and then I can start. It starts to go down because your esophagus, your colon, your stomach all operate on muscles, and they're smooth muscles. When you're stressed out, those smooth muscles contract, and you're going to constrict those vessels of esophagus, stomach, colon, small intestine. Take a deep breath in. Now that smooth muscle relaxes. God bless you. I'll see you on the next video.